What's up, YouTube? This is BoxingWave. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification for more updates for the channel. Also, follow me on all social media platforms. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Twitter. Okay? All right, let's talk Deontay Wilder. It's been a few days. He's finally came out and spoke on Instagram. Okay, I'm sure most of you have seen that already. And look, from the get-go, I pretty much said that there's going to be a trilogy. It doesn't matter what we want. It doesn't matter what Eddie Hearn says. We will have a trilogy, okay? It's because it's in the contract to have one. It doesn't matter if Deontay Wilder was stopped or the towel was thrown in, or it doesn't matter that he was getting beat up. It's in contract. It's in writing that we're going to get a third fight. And I don't know how much money he's really making. Okay, I've seen a lot of YouTubers making videos about the pay-per-view buys and, doing all the math to it. We don't really know how much these guys are making. They could be making more than what we expect, or they could be making a lot less. I have no idea. All right, I'm not going to sit here and try to multiply and add up the pay-per-view buys with the gate and all. I'm not doing all that because we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know. All right, but regardless, I know for a fact that he's made more money in a Tyson Fury rematch than he's ever made. Now, did he have opportunities to probably make more money fighting Anthony Joshua? Yeah, probably, yeah. But it didn't work out. It didn't work out. They turned down the $120 million offer and everything. It is what it is. All right, but we know as far as the fights that he's actually been involved in, Tyson Fury was his biggest purse. All right. He's probably made more money in this fight than he ever has before. And if he has another fight with Tyson Fury, he's probably going to make more money again. Maybe not as much, maybe a little bit more. I have no idea. But he's going to make his money before he fights some of these other guys that's out here. Some of the other guys that's on PBC. I brought this up in a video I did a few days ago. I said, listen, if he really wants to work on his craft and he wants to fight a guy that's going to fight him similar to Tyson Fury, but they're not as good as Tyson Fury, these are some of the names he should face. And that was what my video was about before. But I didn't have any doubt in my mind that he would fight Tyson Fury in a trilogy. And even though that hasn't been confirmed, I'm pretty sure he's going to do it. Okay? Just because it's in contract. On top of that, he has his pride. If he were to walk away and take a step aside amount of money, people are not going to respect him for it. I'm talking about his fans. His fans. They're not going to respect him for it. His pride is going to get in the way. And that's cool. It's on him. If he wants to fight Tyson Fury again and it's in the contract, it is what it is. Fights him again. Okay? People are going to tune in. I don't know if the pay-per-views are going to do as well because we already seen what just happened. But you never know. At this point, he's kind of taking the bad guy role. For him to get booed in Vegas like that, everything that's happened since the fight, the excuses, he might as well just adapt to this bad guy role. Mayweather always did it. You might as well do it too. I think there will be a third fight. I don't want to see it, but it is what it is. Now, as far as his IG post, I saw it. I looked at it and just said, look, man, first of all, he's not my king. I don't have a king. I don't idolize athletes or any kind of celebrity, period. I just don't idolize any of them. All right. He keeps saying we as if there are other people that are getting in that ring with him. I understand there's a lot of people that follow you, support you. They might leave comments on how they support you. They love you. You got a lot of fans. You got YouTubers that support you. But none of them are getting in the ring with you. So all this weed talk, going to war, this is just the beginning. No, it's not the beginning. We already seen you fight twice. People keep forgetting about the first fight. I don't understand why people keep seeing rematch. We saw the first fight. And most of us believe you lost the first fight. What is this we talk? Nobody else is getting in the ring with you, bro. I mean, people keep saying they ride and die with you. They support. Riding or dying is not leaving comments on social media. That's not how you ride or die. That's not riding. Like that's this new age of people, because people don't go outside. They don't leave the house. They type all day. You know, we got keyboard warriors. We got people that's online that are fully in support of you. Half the people turn their back on you when you lost the fight. Another quarter of them lost respect for you because they heard the excuses, and the rest of them are still lingering around. So you still got people that's supporting you, but all this we going to war stuff, all that stuff, get your mind right, bro. Start thinking about what you need to fix in order to win the fight. Because when that bell ring, you in the ring by yourself. You don't have an army. You have a bunch of people on the internet that support you, but they're not getting in the ring with you. All this stuff like with Larry Merchant. I saw Larry Merchant. I saw what he had to say. I didn't like his comments. I never really liked his comments. But I asked myself, why is he even on the PBC platform to even make those statements? Why is he there? Like, why is no one asking that? But that's for another video. None of that's going to matter when Wilder gets back in the ring. What Wilder needs to focus on is that, because Tyson Fury is not making it. You know, I've read a lot of comments that had a lot of racism attached to it, prejudice, ignorance, jealousy, and just pure hatred. All right, I read a whole lot of those comments the last few days. I had to block some people. I had to spam some people. But at the end of the day, this is all about someone losing a fight. All this army, we going against each other stuff, nah, it's only Wilder and Fury. That's it. Fury ain't saying none of that. All Fury's saying is use a dozer, and I'm gonna beat you up in the ring. I'm gonna knock you out in 2 rounds. Fury ain't saying nothing about no black people. He didn't say none of that. He talking about beating your ass. He's not talking about nothing else. That's it. You talking about a whole lot of other shit. And in your first video back, you making it about everybody else again. And I'm saying, yo, is this guy gonna get real? I mean, it sounds real good. If you were in the WWE, it sounds great. What he said on IG sounds great. With a microphone to his face, and Mean Gene was standing there. What are you gonna do? How do you feel? You know, that sounds real good for the WWE. But at the end of the day, this is boxing. You gotta go in the ring by yourself. None of these people is gonna be there. You know, they're not gonna be there. They might act like they ride or die for you. Yeah, they ride and die for you from a keyboard or a smartphone. So he needs to figure that out. Like, he needs to smarten up, sharpen up, get your tactics on point. What are you going to do to win this 3rd fight? Because you're going to probably fight each other again. So let's start thinking about what you're going to do. First of all, you need to relax, recover. Okay? You sustain some injuries in that fight, recover. Get your body right. You know? If you guys are going to have a trilogy, are you going to have the right amount of time to recover before having a 3rd fight? Okay? If you are going to have a 3rd fight, I believe they will. But if you are, You got to recover. You need to take some time off. You clearly took the loss really, really hard. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get back, you know, what can you improve on in that amount of time that you have to prepare for Tyson Fury in a rematch? Okay? What can you do to improve? Kill all this other noise, you know? This all this other stuff, all this stuff about being a king and all that. Get all of that out of your head right now. Right now, you at the bottom right now. You at the bottom right now. You got to dig yourself out. You got to humble yourself and get back to it. All right? That's how AJ was able to come back. This is how a lot of other fighters that lost was able to come back. All right? So you got to get back in the game. All right? What can you improve on in that short period of time? All right? Go back, watch the fights. What can you work on? Was coming heavier? Was that a good idea? I'm not too sure if that's a good idea. You know, I don't think that was a good idea. I think you need to be light. I think you need to be quick. I think you need to be mobile. Okay? I don't think you need to be in Fury's space. I think you need to work on your endurance. All right? First off, work on your endurance. You know, I'm not even talking about the costume. I'm saying in general, work on fighting at a high rate for longer periods of time. You know, I did watch a Joe Rogan interview again because everybody was sending it to me. I do remember watching it back then, but I don't remember the part about wearing a 45-pound waist and stuff. He was talking about, twitching the muscles and just accelerating and moving quickly. That's cool, and it's helped you a lot in your career. But you need to also work on endurance. You need to do some road work. You know, I know you don't like to run for long periods of time and stuff like that, but you need to work on fighting for a longer period of time. Okay, you can't be that drained that early in a fight. All right. So being that Tyson Fury is already a naturally bigger guy. Okay, he's taller than you. He's heavier than you. I don't think putting on more pounds is gonna help for you. Okay, especially in one training camp. I think that's something that you gotta work on building up. If you're gonna build a muscle, you gotta work on keeping your speed as you're adding the extra weight on. Okay, that's not something that you can just do in one camp. All right, so I think being that you're not, and not only that, he's a top heavy guy. You know, if you look at the photos of Wilder from the waist down, he looked like a superhero. But his legs, they're really, really skinny. He's really top heavy. So a lot of that extra weight was up here. You know? It's very top heavy. So you gotta work on, I don't want to sit here and talk about working on your legs. I don't think you're to come in and have big legs, big thighs, big calves. That's not your build. All right, but work on being mobile, being quick on your legs, and moving. There's times where you were against the ropes, you were in the corner, and Fury was having his way with you. He was leaning on you. Okay? You don't want that to happen. You want to be on the outside, landing shots, landing jabs, landing right hands. We saw you land the right hands, but they didn't phase Fury in this fight. But it was still very early. All right, when you landed your 2 or 3 big right hands, it was only up to the second round, second, third round. After that, it was a wrap. If you continue to land those hands, those big right hands, I'm sure at some point, when Fury's a little more tired of self and he's taking a few of them and he's starting to receive damage, they might start being more effective. But you were so shot early in the fight, it didn't really matter because the fight ended so early. It ended so early and it should have ended the way it ended because you was getting your ass kicked. So I think he needs to work on endurance. I think he needs to work on being more mobile like AJ was. I mean, the AJ blueprint was a great blueprint because Fury, from what I've seen, there's 2 different versions of Tyson Fury. in his biggest wins in his career, there were two different versions of him. There was the version that fought Vladimir Klitschko, and there was a version that fought Deontay Wilder in a rematch. And Fury in the first Klitschko fight, we're not going to get that. We got half of that. We got a watered down version of that in the first Deontay Wilder fight. That wasn't enough to secure the win to the judges. It wasn't enough. All right. So he went and took a different route, came in heavier, stronger, used his size against you, used his power. All right. And took you out. That worked. So we're gonna assume that Tyson Fury is gonna do the same thing. He's with the Crunk Gym. All right. So he's gonna come in and do the same thing. So what can you do? He's already bigger than you. You need to be lighter, quicker, more mobile, and can fight longer. That's what you need to be. You don't need to be heavier. He's still gonna be too big for you. He doesn't need to be leaning on you. He doesn't need to be on you at all. All right. But Fury, being that he came in heavier, you gotta take advantage in a few areas that you can. All right. You gotta be the lighter, more quicker one. You're the athletic one. Okay. He's skillful, but being that he's heavier now, he's slower. You know, the reflexes is not as sharp as they were in the first uh, Wilder fight and in the Klitschko fight. He's not as, quick. He's more like a tank coming forward. He's taking more hits. But he's more durable. So now you would have to fight for a longer period of time. Make those punches count. All right, and move. Keep moving. Keep sticking that jab out there. Do I think it's going to be enough? No, I don't think it's going to be enough because I think Fury overall is just a superior boxer overall. But work on what you can to, even if you were to lose a third fight, at least people respect your performance over this performance. At least have a better shot at winning. Or even if you lose, but maybe you won't get stopped. I mean, what you want to try to do is just be better. And I think those are some of the few things that I think you can do and work on in one camp in order to be better. The endurance, your weight, being more mobile. Okay, you are one dimensional, but it's worked all the way. And even though I think you lost the Fury fight the first time, you were still able to drop him twice. Now I know that wasn't the best Tyson Fury, and I think that's part of the reason why this fight was even made to begin with. But you were able to connect twice and hurt him. All right, especially almost knocking him out in the 12th round. You almost knocked him out, so you did something. All right, so maybe you need to do what you were doing there, but work on a few other things, improve on a few other things, because the problem is when you're flawed, but it's working for you, in your mind, you have to keep doing what you have to do. You don't have to fix anything because it's working for you. When you beat guys like Luis Ortiz, and people think that that's all you need to do. There's a lot of fans of yours that think that that's all you needed to do was beat Luis Ortiz, and that's it. I've heard YouTube channels just saying, you beat Luis Ortiz, he's the most other dangerous guy in the division. That's not proven. And I'm a big supporter of Luis Ortiz. And I can't even say that. There's a lot of people that has a way better resume than Luis Ortiz. All right? I think he's dangerous, but he didn't really prove it. And I will admit to that. I've always admitted to that. I think he's dangerous, but there's a lot of people he didn't fight. There's a lot of other guys that fought more fighters. Joseph Parker, Dillian White, Povetkin. There's a lot of other fighters that fought a lot more fighters than you have. Even Pulev been in the ring with better fighters than Luis Ortiz. So yeah, man, you gotta work on your craft, and you gotta stop listening to what these people are telling you about this war. There's no war. It's you and him. It's you and Fury. You lost a fight. That's it. You lost a fight. And you're not taking it well. And people are losing respect for you. And you gotta wake up, bro. This isn't the WWE. This isn't you want to go to WWE, call up Farouk, call up D'Lo Brown, call up The Rock. Y'all want to do the Nation of Domination shit? Yeah, go do that shit. But this isn't it. You can lose your life in this sport. You know firsthand. You say you wanted to take a body. All right, so you got to get it together. And look, man, I don't feel sorry for you for losing. You lost. It is what it is. Fighters lose. Boxers lose. It is what it is. I don't feel sorry for you. Yes, I would have liked for one of the belts to stay in the US. I would like that. I'm biased towards my country, but the right man won the fight. It is what it is. Fury won. It is what it is. So work on your craft, your technique, and try better in the third time. If there is a third time, which I think there will be, there will be. They're not gonna take no step aside money. I mean, let's be real. All this stuff with Eddie Hearn, they're not making anything work out for Eddie Hearn. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Just based off that, it's not gonna happen. Pride is gonna come into play. Wilder's gonna take the fight again, and the money involved and stuff is he's gonna take the fight again. All right. Just if you are gonna take the fight again, work on your craft. There are things you need to fix. Work on it. Bring people into camp if you have to. Switch up your sparring partners. Whatever you got to do to win this fight, do it. If you have to take a break from social media, get off YouTube. That's another thing. Get off the Instagram. Get off YouTube. Stop watching what people got to say about you. Get on your grind and get back to work. If you want it that bad, I don't know if you're gonna, like I said, I don't think you can beat that guy. But you should at least be able to do better than you did in that rematch. Okay? I think I covered all areas. There's a lot of things I could speak on, but it really doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, all that matters to me is the actual fight. You know, he's speaking, the IG thing. He's speaking to his fans. Like I said, I don't idolize nobody. I don't have no king. I'm a fan of a lot of people. I like a lot of people. Listen, I give Wilder a lot of credit for making it this far. With the lack of boxing skills that he has, he's made millions. He's been able to take care of his daughter, his family. I'm truly happy that he was able to do that for himself. Okay, but at the end of the day, this is entertainment. All right, there's a lot of people in the sports world that's doing what he's doing. Okay, you're no different from a lot of people. People are supposed to take care of their family. I'm not going to give you extra bonus points for taking care of your family. That's what we're supposed to do. Even if it's not easy, you're supposed to do it. I'm not with the victim mentality shit. This is not the channel for that. I'm not with that shit. So stop, those followers, they make you crazy, man. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Let me get off here. Peace.